You know what really puts a rock in my sock? When I hear that basketball players is soft. I mean, I get with all the load management going on in the NBA. You know, people don't like seeing their favorite player out when they go into the games. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But isn't it possible that we're just understanding the human body just a little bit more than we did a couple years ago? Matter of fact, to make a point, I'm gonna play a clip from First Things First that shows exactly what I'm talking about. Like in the clip, they're asking why a player won't just play 15 minutes instead of sitting out the whole game. So at least they can help their team. But matter of fact, I'm just gonna show you. Check it out.
They want the numbers. They want the stats.
I don't know if that's...
I think a lot of them is, why don't teams do it then, Nick?
I think
nobody ever plays 10, 15 minutes.
I agree with you, and I'm sure the numbers have something to do with it, but I also think that doctors would say we've heard LeBron say a bunch. It's not about how many minutes I play. It's about am I playing or am I not. The process of getting your body ready to play. Now he's a much older player. I understand that.
You're stretching?
No, I'm just, again, I'm not an elite.
Dressed?
I know this will shock the audience.
But you're
so
not bad.
I don't
That
know
Peloton you are.
what exactly LeBron, I can't relate to it. But what he has said repeatedly is if I'm going to play, the number of minutes have no impact really on how I feel at the end of the night. What has an impact is, am I doing everything I have to do to get ready to play in the game, and then how I feel after. So I do wonder if the doctors would say, there is no half measures here. It's either play or don't if we're trying to rest you.
A lot of them have a workout though on an off day.
Can I
Okay, the comment on game day was kind of funny, right? Like, what do you have to do on game day other than, go get dressed, right?
You're talking about how you value game day.
Why don't we ask a former NBA strength coach what actually goes into game day? Let's check that video out.
To me, like, especially in the NBA, like, college systems are a little bit different. But in the NBA, because you have 82 guaranteed work sessions, like the regular season is 82 games, that's 82 times your high-minute guys got to play 30 to 35 minutes. So where I've started to migrate more toward now is like this micro dose on game day, ideally even within like the game hours. So like if we can create 82 work sessions that are only like 5 hours long, which would be like your 2 hours before the game and then like 3 hours or so through a game. Now we just got 82 work sessions that are 5 hours long, and now all the other time could actually be used for recovery. Mm-hmm. So often what you get is people look at game day and it's like, well, we can't work on game day because we don't want you to be fatigued. Well, in the NBA, because you play every other day, if you don't lift on game days, then you got to lift on the other day, which means that every day has now become a work day. So you tie that in with like the logistics of travel and other stresses, and we talked earlier about like how much comes at NBA players. They got events, they got community events, they got their personal branding stuff. If we create every single day as a work day, I think that's pretty tough on their body, and we start talking about arousal and stress and that stuff. Like you're just riding the high the whole time. First, let's just start with one day. Like one day is a work day, that means the next day is a recovery day. And now, can we even create that one day as literally like 5 hours of work? Because if you can do that, your morning on game days become actually pretty good recovery opportunities. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you got to get up and do shoot-arounds, but a lot of teams are even moving away from some of that stuff. So now you start talking about, dang, you can recover almost every day except for 5 hours on game day.
Yeah.
Now, shout out First Things First, because they're definitely one of my favorite sports talk shows right now. But hopefully that explains why it's not so simple to just pop in and play 15 minutes, especially if you're supposed to be actually resting. Now, please stop calling these players soft.